Okay, so the first project that I'm going to show you is a Turkish map fold, which is a really simple technique. You don't need anything fancy to do this, you just need a piece of paper. Any size paper will do. It will need to be square, but I'll show you how to make it square. It's a really fun and simple project that you can adapt, and basically you make a nice little shape like this. It kind of looks like a house, and then that can be opened up like that. I like it because it kind of looks like claws. And then you can adapt it. So I'm going to show you how to make the technique first of all, and then I'm going to show you ways that you can use this to document your findings of what you see when you're out on your daily exercises, on your walks or your runs, or even just around the house. And you can use it as a way to collect your findings, collect your treasure in your own first DIY book project. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is take your A4 sheet of paper and turn this into a square. The easiest way to do this is by folding the bottom corner up to meet the top edge, and then you can mark along this new line that you've created with a pencil and a ruler. And when you cut along this line and open it out, you're going to have a square. So trim that off, open it up, and then you've got your square sheet of paper to get started. So next you need to fold the next corner, so fold the bottom left up to the top right corner, and make sure that this is pressed nice and tightly along the crease, because you do need really tight creases for the Turkish map fold for it to all come in together. It's quite easy with standard printer paper, but if you're using thicker paper you'll need a bone folder or something. And then fold down the top edge of the paper to the bottom edge of the paper, so that you've got a crease along the middle. You should now have 3 creases like this, 2 diagonal and then 1 along the middle. And what you'll find now is that you should be able to push the sides of your paper in together to form a triangle when it folds in on itself. It almost becomes 3-dimensional, and then you can push it down to create a triangle. Next, you want to take one of the corners of this triangle, and you're going to fold that in to meet the middle line. So if you lift the flap up a little bit, you'll be able to see where the middle line is, but you could use a ruler as a guide if that helps. And then press down, so that's nice and tight. So you've pressed down, so you should have a little triangle where you folded that corner in, and now you need to repeat that on the remaining 3 corners. So once you've done that, flip that back over and you can open those out. What you'll find now is that you can push those corners that you've just folded, you can push them into the inside. So lift them up and then push underneath, and they should tuck down nice and flat to give you a square edge. And repeat that on the rest of the 3 corners. There we go. And so that's it, that's your Turkish map fold done. So when you open it out, it pops up into this really satisfying shape and then pops back down like that. So that's the fold bit done. Now's the fun part. Now you get to decorate your map. So at this stage you might want to go out for a walk and gather inspiration from your surroundings, or have a look around your house, take some pictures and get ideas for what you want to put inside. So my map is based around my shed studio, so that's why that's going in the middle, and then I'm dotting in the radiuses out and some circles where I'm going to put in different things that I found along my walks. I'm including the main roads and the river because those are key landmarks. I'm using a few different colours. I like to use bright primary colours because they're easy to spot and they go with everything. I'm including lots of trees because I live in a rural area. I'm including some contours because there's some hilly bits, and then I'm going to do a decorative border around the edge, which is good fun to scribble out. And I'm going to add some details into those circles that I put in earlier, like the wild garlic that's smelling so good at the moment, the view that you can see up on the hill, there's the magnolia that's smelling amazing, the ghost train that comes through. Then I'm putting in a key and some notes so that I know when I made it, little details like that. Okay, so that's it. That's my Turkish map fold done. I've just decided to add a cover. I've just coloured it in on the front. but you could add a hardcover as well, which I might still do. But yeah, I just put the title there, and then let's have a look inside. So it's kind of an explosion of colour and marks. I think I got a little bit carried away, but I had good fun doing it. And I'm really pleased that it folds up in such a satisfying way. Yeah, it gives a really fun little piece. So hopefully you've had fun doing yours as well. And the last thing I'm going to do on this one is flip it over, and I'm just going to put my name and date it, which printmakers should always do to their work, because you never know, one day it might be worth a lot of money. So I'm going to sign it 1 of 1, because it's a one-off with my name, Rhi Moxon, and the year is 2020, and I'll put that it's April as well, because these are strange times, and years to come I'll probably want to look back and remember what was going through my mind. So 101 Rhi Moxon, April 2020, and I'm going to put Turkish map fold, and that's that done. So I'm finding with this that it is kind of springing open a little bit. That's because this is quite thick cartridge paper. This is screen printing paper really. So I'm going to clamp it down with some little clamps that I've got here. Just put those on there. Some little bulldog clips. You could put a weight on it as well, or a heavy book or something like that, or tins of beans to squish it down. I'm going to leave that for a little bit and hopefully it'll lie flat. But if I come to add a hardcover later, that'll help as well. But there we go. That is my Turkish map fold completed. See you next time.